Last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Powering his way forward. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 19 and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They go with Jacobs. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Carr. Sliding out of the pocket. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's Gallup getting it on the jet sweep. That one a first down pickup of 8. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Shotgun now for Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This goes out wide for Drake. Touchdown! Kenyon Drake, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are on the board here first in the season opener. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merritt. And he will take this across midfield and down the 48-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Carr. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
Jackson now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Casey Hayward brought him down. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and inches.
6-0 our score after 1.
Score Raiders 6. Ravens nothing.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Now it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's taken down inside the 30. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Max Crosby. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Play action. Now Jackson. Flushed up. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It's the veteran K.J. Wright, the disruptive force.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now a throw here to his running back, and they'll bring him down right around the 13. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2. Jackson now. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is intercepted. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Throw left side, complete. That's Drake. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the gun, it's Carr. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
And Carr gives himself up, but not before he picks up a 1st down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Carr now on first down. Buying time to his left. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merritt. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week one, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know what I think the defense is saying back to them? Why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
It's a first down and more for Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That good for 22 and a first down.
When they put the ball in J.K. Dobbins' chest and he carries it, he runs with a lot of determination and aggressiveness. Just one start last year as a rookie, but still managed 805 yards and 9 touchdowns. I think he's ready for a big year 2 leap. Now the lead runner for the Baltimore Ravens.
A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
2nd and 16.
And now Jackson will look to throw it.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews there to make the grab. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Carr. Being chased out left.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Well, he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the #1 thing he does best is tackle.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Here's Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. picked by Trayvon Mullen, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Flushed out right.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. A 63-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
To throw again on second down, Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a...
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to take over here up near the 40.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Carr, a handoff here to Drake.
A first down and more for Drake.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Carr will look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And that was the old QB one-man play there in the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants in the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From the 31, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They go play action now. Jackson eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
To throw, it's Carr. Flush to his right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Carr. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Carr. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays harder.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Second down at 7.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Justin Houston. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. Here's Carr. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Deshaun Jackson there to make the grab.
And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
This time the extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson.
Looking for Andrews again. He's got him this time.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Again, Jackson rolling to his right.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson, sliding out of the pocket. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merritt.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Las Vegas, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens,